We had a toboggan when I was growing. Yeah, it was really nice. Wooden toboggan with a red vinyl seat.
Yeah, nice.
Could fit all 4 kids. We'd go zooming down the hill.
I met a woman. She was from Hibbing, Minnesota. I gauged her age. And I'm like, oh, she's as old as he is. And I wait until the end of the tour, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just have to ask. But did you know Bobby Zimmerman? Oh, yeah. All I remember is that once we were on a toboggan together. So she was on a toboggan with young Bob Dylan.
Subterranean Toboggan Blues.
Yes.
Welcome to Unboxing. We open our mail and we thank our donors. People go to welcometothebasement.com/show.
That's not our website, Matt.
People will go to welcometothebasementshow.com and support our show by clicking the PayPal donation button.
People like these people.
T.A., Nathan, Andrea, Maura, Stephanie, Joe, Melanie, Michael, Aaron, Emily, Gail, Eric, Jonathan, Shelby, Patrick. I see what you're doing. Brian Kelly Illustrations, Reed, Andrew, Andres, Lindsay, Jeff, Anthony, Martha, Luke, Abraham, David, Anton, Robert, Eric, Philip, Thomas, Brian, Catherine, Grant, Kieran, Sean, Kai, Maurizio, Chris, Laura, Patches, Jenny, John, Kendall, Graham, Mark, and Rebecca.
Thank you.
That's a lot of names.
That is a lot of names. That makes me feel good about how our show's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have some postcards. This is from Jesse in Prescott, Arizona.
Yes.
He says, keep up the great work. Been watching for nearly a decade and loving every second of your content. And he's from Prescott, Arizona, but this card is from Paris.
Oh, we.
Kiri from Seattle, Washington. Wanted to send a small part of the Pacific Northwest to Madison. Thanks for the hours of fun.
Ah, Seattle. Uh-oh, Bigfoot's coming for the Space Needle.
And this is from Mark in Minneapolis. It is a
tattooed lady.
Tattooed lady, no clothes on. I love to write sci-fi and often dream of how the world will unfold. I thought it was how the world will end.
Oh.
But I think our world is out of date and was constructed in a maze of concrete. Mark is a bit of a sci-fi poet.
Yes.
Sci-fi is my gateway to imagine a world that is constantly molded in a bioorganic clay. What futures do you two envision, and what type of world do you think you'll live in during your final weeks of ears dents? I can't.
Well, my final years of ears dents. They do say, some people do think that your earlobes tuck in a certain way if you're going to have heart problems. That's basically will be my final weeks of my ears dents.
Okay, what kind of future do we have in store? I hope it is a future of tolerance and sanity where we deal with what we need to deal with.
That's right. And I want Nehru jackets to come back.
And now, viewer questions.
You send us questions via Facebook or YouTube or what have you, and we answer them. Simon Drapeau writes, what movie inspired you to become a movie critic? This is very specific. I went to school up in Eau Claire, and the university's student newspaper had really bad movie reviews in it.
I think you've told this story already.
Have I? Well, I told you this story before.
Oh.
So my college paper had really bad movie reviews, but they would only review the movies that were showing on campus, so they were art house movies and foreign movies and classic movies and stuff like that. Someone wrote a review for Fellini's La Strada, which I admit at that time I didn't understand at all. But her review of it went through the plot point by point, not understanding why this woman would be doing the things that she does. Obviously not understanding how abusive relationships work. And as the climax of the review, she says, and if that weren't enough, the movie was in black and white and in Italian with English subtitles. And so I put down the newspaper, I walked over to the Spectator office, and I walked in and I said, are you looking for a movie reviewer? And that's how I became a movie reviewer. They were like, oh my god, thank you. We draw straws every week to see who has to do the movies, so they're just happy to have someone who wanted to do the job. I might have told this story before on the show, but I like it. And thank you to Tricia for writing that horrible review.
I don't consider myself a movie critic. Nevet1212 writes, so glad to see deleted scenes make a return. I know sometimes scenes need to stay cut, but I'm glad to see you use some this week. That's right, this very show often features deleted scenes from our previous episode. A lot of times if a riff or a joke is removed from the episode, from the context of the episode, it doesn't work on its own. So a lot of things that get cut end up staying cut for that reason, and other times, if I drop something on the cutting room floor, I don't want to pick it back up for any reason.
Nope.
And there are also comments that require having watched the entire movie to get.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is the 12th time he's mentioned walnuts, or, you know, whatever. Yeah. And you know, you're only seeing a summary. Okay.
The walnut incidents.
And now, deleted scenes.
I just picked the wrong tree.
It was a dead tree.
How was I supposed to know it was dead?
You saw its ghost outside of the tree.
Look well.
A lion just had a son. They're making a big deal out of it.
Heat crept through the jungle, turning it yellow, then brown, then black.
Then ultraviolet.
Nothing lasts forever. The rains will return.
The cold November rains. Splat.
This is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. The wolf that keeps them may prosper, but the wolf that breaks it will die.
That's not a song. That's propaganda.
Well, Ben Kingsley over there has been telling you propaganda.
It's just you and me now.
It's like how Schwarzenegger defeated the Predator. Come on, do it! Let's open a couple of packages.
Yeah, that's right. That's what the show is named after.
Aaron from Hell's Kitchen, welcome to the Basement Production presents The Ghost and Mr. Knotts. Wait, you mean I'm the ghost?
Oh, yeah, it's your dream ghost.
Yeah, my little fantasy. Aaron from Hell's Kitchen has sent us some envelopes. One is for you and one is for me.
Craig, I love that the letter opener I sent has taken on the moniker The Hand of the King. I spotted this one at a yard sale the other day.
Ooh, wow. Look at that.
It's got a pineapple on it. He says it is the hard ticket to Hawaiian hospitality.
Matt, with all due respect to Tona's Ricky J-like throwing skills, maybe you can take back over and smoothly sail these over to Craig. Watch the eyes. So my gift is for you. That is a Jackson Pollock.
Yes. Caught it, despite its weirdness.
Coney Island's Cyclone.
Ooh.
Pittsburgh, the Duquesne Incline.
Oh, I've been on that one or the other incline. It's a town that has 2 funiculars.
John's of Bleecker Street.
Never been. Don't know what those words mean.
New York here in the Museum of Modern Art, New York. Is that Piet Mondrian?
That is Mondrian. You know, that guy. This is from Matt in the UK. Closes a copy of The Urban Voodoo Machine, one of my favorite bands. Their CD, right here. And for me, they're Curly and they're Whirly.
Curly Whirlies.
They're Curly Whirlies. Thank you very much. I would eat them on the show, but they're filled with caramel and I wouldn't be able to talk.
We have the final row of the movie bucket list. There it is right there. We've both have seen all 10 movies. I'm going to quiz Craig and see if he can guess the minimalist design that goes with these movies. And I gotta say that this final row is a little disappointing. Some of these aren't minimalist at all. But we'll start with the usual suspects.
A lineup of 5 people?
Very good guess.
Or a lineup without the people?
A pair of shoes, one of them is like that.
Oh, Verbal Kid's feet.
That's right.
Yes.
This is an easy one. Spirited Away.
The black thing with the white face?
Mask. Yeah. Gangs of New York.
A hanging pig.
A mustache. And a butcher's cleaver. I don't understand the Truman Show. Maybe I don't remember the movies.
I don't understand why people like the Truman Show, but go on.
Well, what's the answer?
Truman Show would be stairs going up to a door.
No, golf green with the flag.
Oh.
I don't remember there being golf in the movie.
I saw the movie once. It was a long time ago.
And you were not impressed.
Everyone said how creative it was, but it's like, no, I saw a Twilight Zone episode like that. New Twilight Zone even. David Nauden starred.
And finally, Vertigo.
A church tower?
Nope.
Would be... Oh, the looking down the church tower steps.
No, the swirly whirly.
Oh, the swirly whirly. I thought you...
There you go.
Oh, the
swirly whirly. Right there.
Yeah. What is the end of the dragon one? You brought that
just
one.
a dragon.
Really?
Yeah. I know, it's dumb.
Dragon?
Wizard of Oz is just the adventuring party.
Enter the dragon should be the claw hand thing.
It should be. Anyway, we have completed the movie bucket list. Thank you to Miss Uke who sent this to us. It's at this point in the show that we recommend an episode from our back catalog for you to watch or to revisit, and Craig has one today.
I would recommend going back to watch our Mazes and Monsters episode. It is the only time we reviewed a TV movie instead of a cinematically released movie. Early work of Tom Hanks. So we got a young Tom Hanks, Chris Makepeace, and a number of older actors. It's one I go to when I want to laugh at us talking.
I have finally started listening to records again. I only got one to talk about today, but I'm going to have more in the future. The record I want to talk about is Klaatu, which is a Canadian band. This is really good.
Is it?
Yes. I don't know how known these guys are in the US, but Klaatu is known as the Canadian Beatles.
Well, that's not saying much.
That's because they sound a lot like the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
They also sound a lot like heavily Beatles-influenced bands such as ELO and Badfinger. It's very intricate and very well done. I am a Klaatu fan. This was a very happy discovery for me. Let's open up our last two packages.
Okay.
There is no note with this record-shaped package, and it is a record that I have not heard of called Four Stroke Baron. I'm looking forward to finding out just what the hell this is.
It's what you find out down at the fertility clinic.
Yes.
4 strokes and you're barren.
All right. What do you got from Alexander Hawk?
Alexander Hawk sends us 2 DVDs. The Lake House with Keanu and Sandra in it. Right there. And then Romeo and Juliet from our friends at Troma.
As our equipment fails, we bid you good night. Thank you for watching. You can watch the next episode of Welcome to the Basement this coming Friday. I'm going to try that again. Thank you for watching Unboxing. You can watch the next episode of Welcome to the Basement this coming Friday. Good night.
Good night.
And now, deleted scenes. Would have been here had we had any, but we don't have any, so you won't be seeing any deleted scenes. Which is what I would have said if we didn't have deleted scenes, but we do, which is why you're watching this bit during the closing credits.